Well, the Atlanta Falcons have had another draft, and they are not getting very good grades from a lot of the people who do those post-draft grading systems, of course, and it's probably better to grade the drafts a couple of years after the players have actually gotten a chance to play. But it is a chance to see whether the Falcons did reach for some players or did get players of that value at that particular pick in the draft. It looks like to me the first three picks for the Falcons are okay. I mean, look, I would have loved Javon Kinlaw from South Carolina at pick 16. Instead, he was already gone to the 49ers at pick 14. The Falcons got a cornerback, A.J. Terrell from Clemson. There's no doubt that the Falcons needed a cornerback after the loss of Desmond Trufant, who had to be released because of salary cap implications. They had to let him go, so they needed a cornerback. And now Terrell will join Kendall Sheffield, a fourth-round pick from last year, and also Isaiah Oliver, a second-round pick from a couple of years ago, to now be the three main cornerbacks of this team. And we'll see if Terrell can play right off the bat. He will expect it to be a starter from day one. Second round, I think the Falcons got a great pick in the second round. Marlon Davidson from Auburn. He is a 6'3", 305-pound defensive lineman who can play a little bit on the outside and also some on the inside. He can be right next to Grady Jarrett. That was kind of what I was wanting Kinlaw for. He did such a good job of having that role at South Carolina. Of course, he single-handedly beat the Georgia Bulldogs last year in Athens in October. Well, Marlon Davidson's a little bit shorter than Kinlaw, and he's a little lighter, but he is bigger than Grady Jarrett. So I think he can fill that role and also kind of slide out to the outside and be good coming from the edge at times. Falcons then got Matt Hennessy, an offensive lineman, center, a guard from Temple in the third round. Good pick. They needed more offensive line help. Look, the fourth round, I didn't really like their two picks in the fourth round. They got a punter in the seventh round. They needed a punter, so that's a pretty decent pick. And look, here's the bottom line for the Falcons. I still think they're a third-place team. The NFC South has gotten so much better here because, number one, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski are now in the division with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they've gotten better with some other players as well. They got an offensive lineman in the draft. They got the running back from Vanderbilt, Keyshawn Vaughn. They did a really good job in the draft. And then, of course, New Orleans has Drew Brees coming back. So you got two 40-year-old quarterbacks who are going to be in the division with the Falcons, who are both trying to win a championship before they drop the mic and walk off stage left. That's not going to be easy, and I still think, unfortunately, the Falcons have the third best team in this division. They might be good enough to still make the playoffs, but it's going to be very tough with Brady and Brees still in that NFC South. The Falcons may be better than they were last year at 7-9, but it still might not be good enough.